Okay, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Is the scorpion kind of hot?
The scorpion is cut. This video is sponsored by CuriosityStream. Get access to my streaming video service Nebula when you sign up for CuriosityStream using the link in the description. Hi everybody, welcome to a new series that I'm doing on the channel, where I'm reacting to old fun media with fellow YouTube friends, and I'm doing it right now with my buddy Phil from Tulok the Barbarian. How's it going?
It's going great, Scott. I'm here to get retro, but also kind of put our own new spin on this.
We met sort of as we were saying pre this video, but I made a video about Dungeons and Dragons a couple years ago. You do all sorts of Dungeons and Dragons stuff on your channel, and I had mentioned you in the video. We sort of became internet friends after that, and something that I mentioned in my Dungeons and Dragons video was this game called Dragon Strike. Have you heard of it? As a D&D aficionado, have you heard of it?
Yes, I have. I watched a great video by a channel called NerdSync where they talked about it, and that was the first time I had heard of it. So
fair enough. The reason that I found it was because I was really into the idea of Dungeons and Dragons when I was like, you know, much younger. But the only thing Dungeons and Dragons related that existed on YouTube in like 2007 or something was this old copy. This like someone digitally scanned this copy of a VHS from this board game, like a VHS instructional video from this board game, Dragon Strike, which came out in 1993. So I'm excited to watch it with you because I love it.
That predates me.
That predates that doesn't predate me. I forget that I'm old compared to you.
You're slightly older than me. Not that much older.
So we're going to be reacting to a couple different things. One of them is going to end up being a video on NerdSync, and then the other one's going to end up being a video on Tulok the Barbarian. I keep pointing the other one's going to be up on Tulok the Barbarian. So go check it out. Go subscribe. It's going to be a fun time. I kind of just want to start by showing you the intro and sort of get your thoughts about it.
Okay.
All right.
I'm into that.
Oh, and I should mention that we're doing this live on my second channel. So if you go subscribe to NerdSync Sidekick if you want to catch these live streams. I might be throwing comments up on screen in case anyone was wondering.
Does that make me the sidekick?
I guess so. I guess so.
Am I the Robin to your Bat? Which Robin am I?
Which Robin are you? That's a good question. You're
Richard Grayson.
Richard Grayson.
I've run into an issue where I said his name in a video, and the video got demonetized because his name is a synonym for another.
It is. Thing. That's no good. We don't like that.
Anyway.
Yeah. All right.
I'm Richard Grayson.
You're Richard Grayson,
and we're gonna do D&D.
Hey, everyone! Nobody copy this.
No cops. No cops in chat.
Feeling brave tonight? How brave? Brave enough to do battle with hideous monsters? Brave enough to sneak around dank castles in the dark and chance being the next victim of a dragon strike?
Whoa! Whoa! All right, so that's the intro. What are your thoughts? Hit me with all of your thoughts.
I was not prepared. I guess I was expecting like it'd be like at a game store and there'd be like some kindly old man who's like, "Oh, hello, you want to come learn Dungeons and Dragons?" And this is like,
no.
Was that a CGI dragon?
It was, yes. It was a full CGI dragon, yeah.
This is before Jurassic Park in '94.
So like
Spielberg owes this a bit of coin, I think.
I think so. I mean, what is a dinosaur if not a slightly less cool dragon? You can imagine, right? Me as a kid wanting to learn about Dungeons and Dragons. This is the only thing that I can find on YouTube. And this is what I thought Dungeons and Dragons was.
If he's the dungeon master, he is doing a good job of like
Well, so
setting the tone.
I do have to correct you really quickly. He is actually in this game. It's not the Dungeon Master; it's the Dragon Master.
Oh, well,
So
dragon is always the better part of Dungeons and Dragons. I think if you ask people,
yes.
9 times out of 10, Dungeons or Dragons,
it's dragons. You want to do the dragon stuff. We're riddled with dungeons. You get one for free.
They
just
just
by
had
calling
a warehouse full of dungeons.
You don't even have to
like,
order a dragon.
We gotta offload these dungeons.
All right, your sunstone's done. So what do you want me to do with it?
Is this like a video game? Sorta. But it uses the most powerful information processor in the world. Your brain.
To this day.
Yeah.
It is like 2022. The game is over 40 years old now. Is that right?
I think so,
I still have people who are like, is that like a video game?
So I want to talk a little bit about the history of this show really quickly.
Please.
It's not a show. I wish it was a show.
I do too.
It came out in 1993, as we discussed. It was from TSR Inc., which was the original people who created Dungeons and Dragons. So this is like an official thing. This is an official piece of Dungeons and Dragons. This was designed specifically to try as like an entry level sort of thing to get people into Dungeons and Dragons. But the thing about it that I find interesting is that what we're about to watch, which is the instructional video for how to play this game, it doesn't really resemble what the actual game is. And there are elements in this that are not going to be in the actual game that you play. So it's a little confusing why they would do that.
Is it okay if I watch until I get the hang of it?
You don't need the hang of anything.
He's like kind of aggressive. Like, do we need to read the rules? Not this time. I'm the Dragon Master. You don't need to get the hang of anything, idiots.
Close your eyes. Open your mind, and I'll transport you to another realm.
Oh, yeah?
It's night.
All right. You're about to see what the actual thing looks like here in a bit, so we'll get a better judgment on the budget here.
Like the actual thing.
Then you hear footsteps and see a young wizard running down a path which leads from Teraptus' castle.
Okay, so here's sort of what we're working with. A lot of green screen.
Yeah. Is this a Marvel movie?
Well, okay, there are lots of ties to Marvel. I didn't know this before we even picked this topic. There are tons of ties to Marvel in Dragon Strike, and also the other cartoon that we're going to watch later for your channel. In 1994, 1 year after this came out, Marvel printed one issue of a Dragon Strike comic book based off of exactly this and these characters. Look at this. So this is the Dragon Strike comic book.
That looked rad.
I unfortunately couldn't find the entirety of it. I think the idea, because it says before the strike, I think the idea is that it is the setup before an adventure, and then you could use it as inspiration for other adventures that you play.
Yeah.
To like set up the characters a little bit better.
I think that's a great way to do like media for an RPG. Because obviously like you want your RPG, you don't want to like release something that's like, this is what happens in the game that you're supposed to play. This is the canon version of it. So any choices you make in your game are silly and not real, because this is the real one. But if you do a prequel,
it's before the strike. Yeah,
it's before the strike.
Yeah. So these are some other characters that we're gonna meet throughout this little thing. One review of this comic that I did find online is that if this was trying to be a comic that got people into D&D, it does a really bad job of going by the rules of D&D, as they point out that this like ranger character would have a really hard time fighting skeletons with a bow and arrow.
And you see what looks like a dagger sticking out of his back. This is the castle of King Halvar II. He takes himself quite seriously, and so do some of his subjects.
5 minutes in, two castles.
Two different castles.
DM's doing great.
Is it hard to keep track so far? I don't know.
No, I'm into it. I think the more castles, the better.
And now you can see all the effects fully on display here.
Yeah, it's really good. I like the outer glow on everything. It makes this tutorial video way more clickable.
Everyone's got some nice soft edges.
Ridiculous tales are told. Lusty song.
Oh, here's our dagger boy.
Who dares disturb my banquet?
No question about it. He's a wizard.
There's a tooth. A tooth freshly ripped from the jaws of a dragon.
Oh, okay.
Dragon tooth.
So they're all just named by their classes, and there is a thief.
Yeah, there's thief.
And she's just invited to the king's party. They're like, thief,
yeah, that's true.
Come here. Come to the party, thief.
Come on, everyone knows she's a thief. And the king is like, I don't know. How many people can we fit in this room? Let's invite everybody.
Watch yourself. I knew.
All right.
Gotta have
He lives.
He does kind of look like Orlando Bloom a little bit to me, though.
Oh, he's got a Bloomin' vibe.
I sense the presence of evil very near.
Well, yeah, there's that other castle. It's actually pretty hard to miss, actually.
Pretty close.
It's a
There's
big...
like the moonbeam that glows like the smell. From a filmmaking standpoint, this is so interesting.
Yeah, okay, look at this. Those are like definitely cartoons.
Yeah.
And then they bust through.
It's a combination of so many mediums. Okay, now the skeleton. Now we've got a skeleton man and a skeleton mask, and that's how we're doing skeletons.
That's how we're doing skeletons. It's like a person in a skeleton mask.
Oh no!
Fight valiantly. I shall return.
Bye-bye. That's pretty funny, though. Like, intentionally so, that's pretty good.
Did Sam Raimi direct this? Do we know? Oh,
holy
he might have!
Shit!
We got some gore, baby! Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, these skeletons they mean business. Yeah, the barbarian guy, he's playing DPS. He needs to understand that he's supposed to tank and draw aggro.
They're not working as a team very well.
Yeah.
I think that's the issue. Yeah.
They'll party up. We'll get it.
Now pay close attention, because the information you're about to hear could mean the difference between life and death.
All right. Are you paying attention?
Okay. Yeah. Something I want to do as a DM more. Just be like, this part's important, guys. Yeah. For the puzzles and the lore later. It's maybe I should just do more. I should take a page out of this guy's book.
The last part was fun. This part, everyone, focus up.
Waking up?
Focus up. All right?
Lore.
Write it in the notes. I worked really hard on this, okay?
Yeah.
I worked really hard on it.
Have you not noticed the darkness upon this land? The unholy darkness? It spreads even as we speak. It is created by a sunstone and comes from the castle of Taraptus.
So the castle is literally right out their window.
Yeah, they can see it.
Yeah.
Every time they take their dogs for a walk, it's just like, oh yeah, there's the death castle.
Eject him, and I fear you squander your only chance to save your kingdom. He speaks the truth. Taraptus' power grows...
Kind of rushing through the lines here. Yeah. They're talking over each other. Yeah, he's right. He is right.
Everyone, we just gotta sit. This is the last take of the day. Can we just really get through it really quickly?
The elf's makeup is just like burning his flesh off.
He is truly and deeply evil.
Like they agree, but they sound...
Yeah, they're arguing.
They're arguing.
As for the sunstone, quest with me to this den of evil where we will bind Taraptus and drive a stake through his heart. Can I play the warrior?
You're
Himbos, even in 93, someone's immediately like, Himbo?
Can I be in?
We can't have two himbos in the party, so I'll be the himbo, I guess.
Yeah. I'll take that role.
How about if I play the thief?
Your thief is more or less of the Robin Hood variety. She steals from the evil and gives to the good.
That's
why she was invited to the party.
That's kind of like Robin Hood is more stealing from the rich and giving to the needy. Not stealing from good or stealing from evil and giving to good. Because I feel like Robin Hood would be at that party and just start stealing stuff from the king. Probably.
Right. Well, I mean, when you think about it, could that king have amassed that much wealth without exploiting labor? So it still is stealing from the evil and giving to the,
Might I borrow a wand from your treasury? Mine was lost at Taraptus' castle.
Jester!
I live to serve you. I have just the wand.
I want to put a pin in this, but I don't think this plot point comes up ever again about the jester having the wand. I don't think so. I don't remember it coming up again. I could be wrong, but I think they just like throw that detail out there about the jester having the wizard's wand, and it's just like, oh, interesting. He must have stolen it or taken it or
okay. I'm gonna take hard opposite take.
Okay.
The jester's the BBEG.
Okay.
Is the big bad evil guy, because if he dropped it back at the castle, why is the DM bringing that up? It's like the multiple choice test strategy where you like look for the weird part of the question, because that's probably the answer.
Yeah.
So like the DM. Oh, that's okay. Yep. I'm locking it in.
Imagine you're a warrior with arms of steel.
Oh.
Imagine you're a thief who slips stealthily like a shadow in the night.
I got it.
Imagine you're a wizard with magic coursing through your veins. Imagine you're an elf who silently stalks through the forest with a deadly bow.
I just love that every shot is like, there's the castle in the background. Don't forget it.
Just so you don't forget.
Just so you don't forget the big glowing castle.
The only way that goodness will be served will be by separating Taraptus from his infernal magic.
Where did he come from? He was not there with the group.
He was like, guys, I gotta use the restroom before
I'm on my 5 really quickly, so if you guys can do this scene without me.
Yeah.
If we don't nail...
Tight shot.
It's so tight.
If we don't stop Taraptus, he's gonna get us. It's gonna be really bad.
If we don't stop him. Do you know where we should go if there was like a big glowy sign that we could go to?
We should go over there.
Yeah.
Don't you see where I'm pointing?
Look at where my arm is pointing. Do you not see it in this shot? Are you saying this? Are you saying that way? We go that way or this way?
Let's go that way.
Do we that?
No,
which? Okay. Okay. This is a great expression too. Just that.
Yeah.
Tell you I don't like your headgear. Are you not familiar with the wizard's magical transformation?
Maybe these two have a lot in common. Can we start shipping them?
We could ship them.
Let's start shipping the elf and the wizard.
I like it.
And then we'll just project onto it. Anytime they talk, we'll be like, oh, classic boyfriend.
Oh,
move.
Will they, won't they? I love it.
That's what they say.
With whom are you communicating now, elf? He speaks of present danger.
Oh my... Wait.
Okay, so this is good. I paused at a bad moment, but I was going to say, the wizard just talked about how he spent time like as a coyote learning their ways, and then the elf is like howling, presumably in some sort of like potentially coyote, wolf, whatever thing.
Kind of
so
thing,
it's like, why wouldn't the wizard?
He's like, what are you doing? Magic?
Never heard of that. Communicating with nature? That's not for me. Whoa, infrared dragon sight. Dragon's here, baby!
Let's hurry up and get out of here before the dragon comes to search again. Now shut up, walk soft.
Just cut that. It doesn't matter.
Cut her off.
Yeah, I hate working for sorcerers.
I hate working for sorcerers.
They gotta unionize.
Come on, better conditions for all of you.
That's how you know this is like a 1993 D&D game, because now every D&D game I play is just the players being like, "Why don't the bad guys workers unionize?" Well, you know what? We'll help them do that, and that's how we'll beat the bad guy.
That's how we'll beat the bad guys.
And I, as the DM, I'm like, "Let's go.
Let's do it.
You! I mean, me! I go to collect my money, and next thing you know, I'm hypnotizing a saying I don't want it.
An owlbear. They're not nearly as extinct as they should be.
That makes sense.
Growl, baby!
Hoot growl.
Hoot growl.
Try flattering him.
I talk flattering him. Oh, he come back right there!
She didn't try flattering him for very long.
If I didn't want to be with the rest of these guys, could I go off on my own?
Of course. At your own risk.
Breaking up the party.
Can I split the party? No! I mean, yeah, but no.
There are many twists and turns in this castle. I'm only familiar with some of them.
I thought you infiltrated this place.
Taraptus uses his magic.
Just like screams of people in the background being tortured.
Yeah. Also, wait, did the DM just fully shut her down when she was like, "Can I go on ahead?" Because she's not going on ahead.
They're with I think they are gonna split up, but it doesn't make sense that she's like, "All right, you have to lead us to Taraptus, but also I'm gonna go away now."
You guys are on your own.
Ah.
Okay,
all right, she's gone.
Oh, the whole party's splitting up. Let's split up, gang.
Let's split. Search for clues. Oh, actually, this is a good detail. This artwork in the background. There's like flies in here. This artwork in the background. It sort of comes in later. I didn't notice that before. Pay attention to that. Oh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Did James Cameron make this? Is this like him warming up for Terminator 2? I mean, they seem like good pals.
They seem like good. They seem charming.
I don't want to kill these orcs.
I don't want to kill these orcs. They seem like they've been childhood friends.
These guys are too dumb to be dangerous. I don't want to hurt them.
Oh, okay. I think they're not dead then.
Wizard and warrior, you see a shadow on the wall. It looks like a minotaur.
And the wizard's like,
toast him.
"Hey, do you think the elf likes
let's
me?"
save him.
This is like, we're seeing some side butt right now.
Yeah.
Well, the actual version of this game does not include minotaurs or owlbears or clerics like the one we saw earlier.
Oh.
So like, it's weird that they're choosing those characters, those enemies, and like those people to use for the demonstration of this game, especially as these characters are like fighting these sorts of beings.
Because the only reason I could think of is like it's more interesting and it would sell more. But this was included with the game.
Yeah.
Sales done.
Here's how you can play the game, except not really.
Well, pick the lock, thief. That is what you're good for, isn't it?
Stand aside. Why don't you smash it with your head? That seems to be all that it's good for, isn't it?
Oh, let's go.
That was good. That was good.
Let's go.
Let's go. Uh-oh. You see the drawing from earlier? It's even right here. It's even right here in the background. It's a little scorpion. They were warning us.
Foreshadowing?
Foreshadowing in this instructional video. That's so good.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Is the scorpion kind of hot?
The scorpion is cut. The scorpion's
like
the
scorpion's like
good.
a little hot.
The scorpion's a little hot.
I've played too many D&D games with like monster attracted persons that are like, "Ooh, monster, hello," and I'm like, I said it's the most disgusting thing you've ever seen, and they're like, "Yeah, how oozy is it?"
Forbidden fruit. I see how it is.
The elf will shoot an arrow.
You might hit your friend.
That's okay. I don't know him very well.
Oh. If he dies, he dies.
It's pretty accurate. There's a lot of accuracy. I don't know if it's the places they wanted it to be.
There he is.
Yeah.
Is he hot?
He's hot.
Oh, he's doing like a tongue thing.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll grab his stinger and try and stab him with it.
Roll the...
Oh!
That's awesome, actually.
That's rad.
That's clever. That's See, I love when people get creative during combat.
Yeah.
It's like, I could just like roll to hit with my big sword, or I could use it against itself.
Yeah, grab his own tail.
Grab his own tail.
Forget him and get me out, you idiot!
Who's calling us idiot?
But just because you can't trust me doesn't mean you don't need me.
I'm not fond of dwarves.
Elf, you have other reasons to dislike this guy. It is not the dwarf thing.
It's not the dwarf thing. He led with like insulting you and like
insulting everyone, and then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna make this a dwarf thing.
There's like a fruit fly in here, and I want to kill it.
Oh no!
And
or you're just doing like single hand claps, just like
Cade, animate me trying to catch a fly.
But unfortunately, The spell has caused the whole room to crumble into nothingness, and you all tumble into a black void.
I like the picking up the minifigs and just like, and you tumble. It's very dramatic.
If those are like my minifigures, I would never drop them from a height of like 2 feet or higher because I'm like, oh, that's just gonna break.
Maybe I know something you don't know.
Tell us.
Yeah, communicate.
I was right!
I think you did it!
I was right!
Oh my god!
Let's go!
Why didn't I know that? I've seen this before.
You've seen this!
Oh my god. Absolutely crushed it. Well done. Well done.
Pog.
Yes! It was like you threw a Pokeball.
Right, let's see this fire elemental.
Okay.
It doesn't look bad.
I think it's just like a dance. I think it's just like a dancing flame. You know that person got so dizzy after doing it.
I was just gonna say, I would love it if the fire elemental was like spinning around like.
Sunstone is made of ice.
It's like, oh man. Okay.
Using his power to change.
Oh no, the dragon! Ah!
Okay, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Is the dragon kind of hot? Honestly, abs from like its waist up to its neck. Like it is just abs.
It lives at the gym. For sure.
It hasn't had a carb in years. Look at that.
How many abs? Is that too many abs?
What pack is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. That's 14. That's more than a dodeca pack. Or wait,
that we can see.
The top 2 are pecs.
The pecs, yeah.
So then it's a 12.
It's a 12 pack.
It's a 12 pack. It's a dodeca pack.
Okay. I mean, that we can see. There might be more under. I don't know.
Oh no.
Maybe it goes all the way to the tail. I don't know.
It goes all the way to the tail.
I guess that's how the jester was able to go back and forth.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
They're like, oh yeah, that mirror we have that goes to the evil castle. Yeah. I never even thought of that.
Forgot about that. We could have just done that, huh? We didn't have to go through all the. Remember the tree that tried to kill him earlier, and oh man, that's weird.
Look, the problem is over.
Oh, okay. Very fun.
The video you just.
Oh god. Dragon Strike will self-destruct in 3 seconds.
Once you have completed the adventure, it's gonna explode. You have to go buy a new copy. We did get this past legal. It was the 90s.
Everything was a lot more lax back then.
Do not turn the VCR.
No,
I guess we can't. We have to.
We can't. Let's see these DM tips.
As you've just seen, the Dragon Strike game is unlike any game you've ever played before.
It's kind of like Dungeons & Dragons, actually.
Yeah, it's a little bit like Dungeons & Dragons. Oh yeah, this is the other thing too, is the main sort of objective is you have to beat the quest before a certain time limit. So if you take too long, or you're bickering, or you're making the wrong moves that add to your time, then that's how you lose. So you can lose.
And he just said the Dragon Master wins when the player loses.
Yeah,
which does translate to bad D&D.
Yeah, in most other circumstances, yes.
To make the game more challenging for the heroes, you get to set some of the traps at the start of each adventure, but that doesn't mean you can cheat. Or ignore the rules.
Okay, I'm sorry.
For example, the real object of the game is for everybody to have fun. And if the game isn't fair, nobody will. Now you have all the secret knowledge you need.
Whoa!
Oh, God. Hold on. The warrior's name is Kid Fury. The real actor's name is Kid
name
Fury.
For a warrior.
Holy cow.
Also, why is it Thief Auricola? Why does Auricola get a name?
Yeah, Thief Auricola. That's unfair to all the male characters. You know what I'm saying? Unbelievable. When are we going to get our turn?
I think the men in the tabletop RPG space are the ones who have had it the roughest.
We're the ones who are suffering.
I think we should make it abundantly clear we're joking. there are plenty of other channels you could go to that will be saying that and not joking. So we're making fun of them.
We're making fun of them. The man scorpion.
Joe Rooney?
Joe Rooney also played the wizard. So if you thought the man scorpion was hot, the wizard was also hot?
Okay, it's the monster thing then.
It's the monster thing.
Then.
Yeah. Lord Fear. Sky Fury.
Lord Fear?
Sky Fury is the actor. They must be related. Sky Fury and Kid Fury.
Oh, they've got to be. Yeah. So honestly, great job all around.
Great job to everybody.
Are watching this from these credits.
It's if you're watching this, we think it's amazing, and we wanted to share it with the world. And I hope more people see it. And scale of 1 to 10, how accurate is this to like the campaigns that you play in or the sessions that you do?
I would say it's pretty accurate.
Okay.
I lean more heavily on player agency and I wouldn't just cut off any of the women players in the game, but just be like, stop talking, thief.
Interesting.
We've got battling to do. Mm-hmm. But I think it's pretty good. I think it's a good balance of like, there is like lighthearted, more human-y elements to it, like the owlbear complaining about his shift. That's something I throw in. I like to do stuff like that.
I love that.
You know, as opposed to something like a Lord of the Rings as like your D&D campaign, like the orcs are never like, I haven't gotten a raise from Saruman in 10 years. You know, although there is that one scene where they like fight over food and one of them says meat's back on the menu. And then you have to imagine that an orc knows what a menu is. I'm not the first person to make that observation. I saw it somewhere else, but I'm like, yeah, that is a weird
I've never noticed that
idiom for him to know.
Yeah.
I'd say 10 out of 10. Perfect. No notes other than the notes I gave it.
Quickly, roll a perception check.
With advantage.
Close enough. You look up at the stars and you see a magical realm of entertainment and education. It's my streaming service, Nebula, which is also partnering with CuriosityStream, and it's why I'm able to experiment with videos like this. That's because YouTube wants creators to find their niche and stay put, as if the algorithm is casting hold person on you. But Nebula is a home to fantastic creators like myself, Sir Patrick Willems, Sarah of House Zed, Nando, the fierce warrior who battles against movies, and Lady Emily. That one I didn't have to change. That's her like that's her channel name. It already fit the theme. And there are genuinely so many others waiting for you with videos that are posted early and ad-free, sometimes extended versions with bonus content, experimenting with different topics and formats. And as you gaze into this nebula, you see alongside it a curious river. No, a stream. A curiosity stream. Very astute of you. I'm not railroading this adventure. You're doing all. You got it all by yourself, I think. We are thrilled to be partnering with CuriosityStream, the #1 place for thousands of documentaries and non-fiction titles on the internet. Quickly, roll a persuasion check. You don't have anything to add to that, or yes! Excellent job, adventurer! Your charisma alone has provided you with fortune. For if you sign up with the link below, not only will you get access to CuriosityStream, but you will also get access to Nebula for free, as long as you're a CuriosityStream member. Why, a deal like this should cost a dragon's hoard, you say? Fool! For you, brave traveler, CuriosityStream is providing for you a discount of 26% off your annual CuriosityStream plan, which means you get both CuriosityStream and Nebula for less than $15 a year, not a month. Okay, all right. Are we paying attention? Less than $15 per year. Not only will you have tons of interesting and informative videos to watch, but you will also be directly supporting and helping your favorite creators like this guy, I guess. Oh, hey, if you like Dungeons & Dragons, you might also like this 6-part docuseries called Myths and Monsters. It uncovers the origins of mythological legends. It's really fun and interesting and has this like theatrical flair thanks to its dramatic narrator. I know something about that. So click or tap the link below to get both CuriosityStream and Nebula for just $14.79 a year. That, my friends, is 26% off. Once again, click or tap the link in the description below or go to curiositystream.com/NerdSync. Clicking that link really does help out my channel.
Well, hey everyone. Thank you for watching. I'm going to go back to...
it's too tight. I can't.
It's too tight now.
My fingers have to overlap.
Hey everyone. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to watch the full live stream, you can do so. It's still up on the NerdSync Sidekick channel. And you can also go check out Tulok the Barbarian. Once again, you want to plug that?
Yeah, there's a second R. It's a portmanteau of barbarian and librarian. Some people miss that, but you'll find me. I have the spelled wrong one in my search tags too. But I make some of your favorite fictional characters in Dungeons & Dragons and Elden Ring. So go check that out.
Awesome. It's a really great channel. It's so good. And we'll have everything linked in the description. And we're going to watch more stuff if there's time. If you have time, we will go along. We're going to watch some more D&D stuff over on that channel. So go check it out.
Yeah.
All right. And I promise the camera will be even closer over there.
We're going to get closer. Okay.
Yeah, we are.